Let's see if we're on now. Okay, so there we go. What is going on? Let's keep that volume up so I can track where we are. There we are. Cool. Right. So APU's on. We're back on. I think that Flight Sim at the moment, whatever it's doing in the background, is really messing us up. You can see it here, look. Flight Sim at the moment is really struggling. So I do apologise. I did restart the stream. Hopefully that's a little bit better now. But you can see it's struggling. Look. Yeah, mate. It didn't tell me that it had cut off, but Flight Simulator at the moment, because it's updating, I think it's having a really tough time. I'll put the APU on. APU on there. Okay, let's go to a line on the IRSs, Inertial Reference System, and we'll start setting up everything through here. We'll set our hydraulic pumps on. Let me turn the volume down on my iPad because I don't like listening to the sound of my own voice. Don't know how you guys managed to do it. Auto, 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 auto. Come back up here. Emergency lights armed. Inoperative, brilliant, doesn't work. Fuel transfer off. Okay, we'll do the starters shortly when we start the engines. Fuel jets are not required. Okay, all my fuel's on, which is good. Anti-ice, leave them off. Wipers off, washers on, window heat, turn that on as well. Beacon, we're going to turn the beacon on shortly when we push back. Engine bleeds, we'll go for APU bleed first. Packs, we'll leave those off while we start the engines. Current cooling, we'll put to normal. Okay, we're looking quite good. Just for some of the liveries at the moment. It's only got 3 Korean Air, passengers and freight. Man, that's it at the moment. Cool, ideal. Okay, so that's us set up here. And let's come back down here. Right, let's have a look what the flight plan's telling us to climb to. I don't think it's going to be very high at all. 20-odd thousand feet, maybe. Auto. What's it telling us to go to? 310. Okay, we'll do 310. Let's go through here first, though. Perfect. We'll leave all that off for a minute whilst the IRS is aligning. Map plan inches mercury. Cool. We'll set up to 310 straight away and we'll get up. It's been a long time since I started up a 747. Sorry, 747. Could have done better with the cockpit. But is it not like this, though, on PMDG? So I can remember PMDG not being that great. Because they are 747s, they're really old. Like, they're 30, 40 years old, aren't they? Oh, it's 31. Perfect. I'm sure they're really, really old aircraft. Okay, happy with that. Yeah, so I think that because they are such an old aircraft, I mean, this here, I can imagine is what they look like. Bear in mind, I've never flown one. But they are, yeah, there's just, they're old. And I think they're giving that old feel to it, aren't they? Okay, I'm just checking over everything here. We'll keep that on standby. Cool, ideal. Let's set up our FMC and then we'll start talking to the tower. Okay, we are at K-Pit, aren't we? KPIT. There we are. Make sure it aligns, which it does. Next page. Okay, IRS still hasn't aligned. We've got it on a line, haven't we? It is on a line, just taking... It's like the 777 is 12 years old, that's probably why. Yeah, I think that's all it is, mate. I think it's just old. Doesn't give us a time to align here. So what we'll do, whilst we wait, we'll get the TCAS. And it's just an old airframe. Okay, let's go frequencies. ATIS 127250. 27, what did I say? 25. Swap, let's listen. Why that aligns.
Pittsburgh Airport Information Whiskey, 19000 Zulu. Wind 269er at 11. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 3300, ceiling 4700 overcast. Temperature, 10. Dew point, 0.
3005.
Altimeter 3005. Visual runway 28 center. ILS runway 28 right and
There you
ILS
go.
runway
Come
28
back over
left
here,
east.
do that one.
Landing and departing runway 28 center.
And then don't forget your standby.
Right and runway 28 left. VFR
It's been too long. Is that since you've had to go in this one? 3005, so that's linking already. Cool. This is taking the mickey with the IRSs though. Because they are definitely on a line, and I've got the APU on. We'll leave it like that for a minute, but we'll see.
Pittsburgh Airport Information
okay, we can switch back there for a minute. Right. Let's get clearance on, shall we? 126750. 12. I'm intrigued to see how they do the what's it called? The AI, as in the VR. Like, British Cruise Supersonic is still possible with the XB1. Yep. It'd be interesting to see like whether you can like point and touch stuff. Right. Anyway, let's have a look where we're at here. Perfect. So we don't go to clearance, we go to ground apparently. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Okay, so IRS still hasn't aligned. We'll come back to that in a minute and have a look. Let's check the route. Okay, 28 left route. Let's request it then. And we'll load that one up. Whatever it gives us, we'll load up. Because that will include the SID, I think, as well. Hopefully. There we go. We'll load that in. Cool, and we'll activate that. Go on then, activate and execute. There we go. Flight number, my one back from the day is 232 Romeo. Used to be my old 23 Romeo. When I used to fly on VATSIM, that was always my thing. Speedbird 232 Romeo. 232 Romeo. Put that up there. Okay, have another look here. Next page. Via to, okay, so it's not giving me a route. Brilliant. So, legs. Okay, so what we'll do is route, send that to ATC and avionics. Still not giving me a route. Oh, hang on, execute. It's, oh, because this doesn't give me a route, it's that short. Okay. Okay, we will, how can we do this? Let's try that. There we go, it's give me a little one. Departure. Go on then. Let's make it interesting. The screen is black. I've got a good screen on my feed at the moment. I'm watching, I don't know if anyone else. At the moment I've got a full screen. There we go. ATC and avionics. Let's try that one. Just going to turn up my feed, see if I can hear myself. Yep, I've still got myself fully live without a black screen. You may have to reset stream. I don't think it's a stream, mate. I don't know if you want to come off YouTube and try again, but at the moment I've got it working next to me. Hopefully someone else on the stream can say they've got it as well. And we'll come from Wilkes. So if anyone else is on the stream that can just say that they can see the screen, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, happy with that one. Route. It worked. Yeah, perfect. There we go. Performance. So 0 fuel weight. We'll go reserves for this one of 10. We're going to be landing with way more than that. Cruise altitude. We're going to go to 31,000 feet. We're not going to get anywhere near that, I don't think. And cost index, we're going to go 12. Cool. Execute that. Thrust limit. Perfect. And flaps, we're going to go... I can't remember, it's not 5, is it, on this? Oh, it is 5. We'll go flaps 5. Okay. 10. Shows how long since I've flown. There you go, flaps 10. Turboprops. Yep, turboprops. So I fly the King Air on this quite a bit. And we're going to B1. Vita 167. Let's put that on now. We still haven't got IRSs. One 167. Perfect. 31,000 feet. Heading of 280. We'll go for the runway heading. God's sake. Put that back up there. Why isn't that doing it? Come on, let's go from the side then. No, I mean the mobile sim. Oh, no, sorry. I think that turboprop is in like a King Air or a Jetstream or something like that. 280. Okay, perfect. Set that back there. So full angular bank. Okay, cool. So we have everything set up, ready to go. We'll get pushback and engine start as well. Happy with that. Happy with that. Perfect. Let's see if our IRS is aligned yet. Not yet. They are taking their sweet time. Let's go. Hit by wake turbulence. Yep. Time to align 1 minute. There we go. So apparently the align function doesn't work on this. Okay, let's get our pushback and we'll get going.
Pittsburgh clearance delivery. Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 ready to copy IFR clearance to Kennedy.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 is cleared to Kennedy Airport via the Papa India Tango 5 departure, runway 28 left.
330.
SID maintains 6,000, expect flight level tree 3010 minutes after departure.
I don't think we're going to get anywhere up but near there. 0241.
0241.
So we'll set that and then we'll say yes, okay. 0241. So squawk being our transponder code.
Cleared to Kennedy.
There we go. We've aligned our IRSs, which is good.
Runway 28 left. Climb via SID, maintain 6,000, expect flight level
Perfect, we'll keep that in there.
010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency
And
is
then come back down here. Just make sure we're happy with everything.
0241. Boeing Alpha Sierra 747.
Boeing 747, readback is correct. Contact ground on 131.75 when ready to taxi.
None of this is working. Okay, we'll go. We'll contact ground. What was that frequency it told us to go to? 131375. We'll just use this to do it.
Ground.
There we go.
Boeing 747. Information X-ray.
Okay.
Request pushback.
We'll have
Boeing 747
airport data.
Pushback approved.
We'll have terrain data. Oh, good night, my girl. See you in the morning. Love you. Mwah. Okay, perfect. We'll release the brakes. The launch of the Artemis Avera 737 was flying. Point of view of the Cessna behind the Concorde. You cook bad. Yeah, so that was quite good seeing that. I don't know if you saw. Where are we going? Why isn't it starting to push back? Come on. Why isn't it starting to push back? Right, brakes off. Are you going to push us back? Why haven't they pushed us back? Come on. Press push back. Let's try again.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 requesting pushback.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747.
There we go, they're in now.
Accepted.
Apparently I have to ask twice. Okay, let's see if they get us around. There we go. Take your time, mate. There we go, he's connected. There you go, he'll spin us around. We'll wait for the permission to start. Looking forward to flying this. And once we're happy, we'll get the pushback to stop.
Ground. Boeing Alpha Sierra 747.
At Sabah, mate. Sabah is one of my favourite airports.
Boeing Alpha
Juancho Airport is one of my favourite airports to fly at. I usually do that right before I go to bed.
Ground. Boeing Alpha Sierra
Okay.
747. I am done with the boarding.
Parking brake on. Back to clearance. And we will start the engines up. At full speed. I don't know if you'd stop. Okay, quick check of the fuel. So all our fuel pumps are on. Cross feed is fine. Okay, engine start. We'll do engine 4 first and 3 first. We'll do 2 at the same time, just to speed things up. And you'll see that it's starting to increase. Although I've not got the bleeds on. There we go. 4, 5. There we go. We're starting. There you go. We need the bleeds on really, but they'll start. Let them start climbing. There we go. Starting to climb. As they start to run up, we'll introduce fuel into the engine. There we go. You can see it now. We've got ignition now. And what we can do, we can set those bleeds to on shortly. I've landed A330 at Sabah before in the water. I don't think that's a landing. Okay, so we can get the engine 3 and 4 bleeds on now. Turn off the APU bleed. There we go, got a good start on engine 4 and 3. And we've got no fuel in the centre tank, so might as well just turn those off. And get these ones on as well now. There we go. Cool, okay, so that's a good start on there. So we'll do the same now for engines 1 and 2. Engine 1 and 2 on. Get those started as well. There you go. Cool. Get the packs on, the bleeds on in a second, and then WAI switch. Let those load up. go. Got a little United Airlines plane down below me. Okay, we'll get the generators on once these have loaded up as well, and we'll get the bleeds on as well, and the packs. Perfect. Okay, so generators are now on. We can turn the APU off. And we'll do our last final checks now before we taxi. Okay, happy with all of those. Those are good. We'll get our taxi lights on as we come across. And our runway turn off lights. And we forgot to put our beacon on. We'll put them both on. And we've got our nav lights on as well. Cool. Ideal. Wing anti-ice we'll have on off. Everything's on auto there. There's going to be no pressure. Yep, correct. All is good here. Perfect. And we'll turn the packs on as well. There we go. And we'll turn our engine bleeds on now there as well. Cool. Now, what have we got here? TCAS off and WAI switch. What is WAI? I can't remember what hang on. Generators are on. What is WAI? I need to work out what that is. I can't remember what that means. WAI. Just give me 1 second while I work out what that one is. Here we go. WAI switch off. It's a bug. Wing anti-ice. Okay, wing anti-ice. Apparently it's a bug. So we'll turn on wing anti-ice. We'll put it onto auto then, shall we? And we'll see if that changes things. I would have thought off would have been fine. Nope, there you go, it wanted auto. And TCAS off. Okay. We'll set our trim now to... What are we going for here? Is 8.6. A little bit over 8.6. There we are, 8.6. So we're ready to taxi. So we'll get permission. And we'll use the chart now as well.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 with X-ray, ready to taxi IFR.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, taxi to and hold short of runway 28 left using taxiway Victor 6 Victor Delta Echo Charlie Echo Cross runway Tree 2 Echo Foxtrot November Cross runway 28 Center November Foxtrot. Contact tower on 128.3 when ready.
Okay. We'll just use their guidance. Cool. Right, let's go. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And also RIP to the people in this aircraft that are with me flying it. Okay, flaps coming on. There we go. Absolutely, you got a thing there, mate. Definitely. So we're going to go down to 36 left, and then we'll depart for the short flight to New York. It was too many. I'm not sure of the number, but it was too many, wasn't it? I'll come around here. On the old tiller. I can't remember. Okay, so we'll go to plan in a minute as well as we look to depart. Oh, my TV's going to turn off. There we go. Right, quick drink. Just checking everything here, make sure we're happy. Auto brake to RTO. What we'll do very shortly, actually we'll start it now, we'll look at the before takeoff checklist, make sure we've got everything in place as well. Yeah, happy with that, perfect. Happy with that as well, everything's all sorted, so we'll slow down a little bit, we are going a little bit fast. Let's get in here to where we're going, Pittsburgh to NYC. And we've got to cross this runway, here we go, we'll slow down. Now we're going to cross here. Usually you'd request permission at this point. Tenerife disaster, yeah, that's something I was learning about not long ago. I had to do a case study on that. All came down to impatience as well. And then I said earlier on, you don't use the words take off until you take off to actually accepting clearance. Okay, we are just about ready to go. So we'll depart from here. I'll turn that off, don't need those anymore. And we'll just turn here. Okay, right, let's have a look and we'll get everything set up ready to go. So we'll have our landing lights to on, runway turn off lights to off, taxi lights to off, strobes to on. Have a quick look up here, make sure we're okay, all good here, TCAS to on. To TA and RA. Okay. Whatever it will have to arm. Flight director is on. We'll have our range now down to half meter and we'll go now to plan. There we go, perfect. Okay, let's get permission to launch to depart.
Pittsburgh Tower, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 at runway 28 left ready
Now
for
we're about to
departure.
launch.
IFR to Kennedy.
And we're heading, if you have a look here, we're heading straight out and then we're going to turn.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, altimeter tree 005.
I'll turn
Cleared
right.
for takeoff runway 28 left.
Perfect.
Cleared for takeoff runway.
We'll follow the plan
Alpha,
anyway.
Sierra 747.
And we'll set this out to
119.35 for Brickyard 4775.
let me just check this a minute because that's not showing the route out. Hang on, legs. Ah, there we go. So we'll get rid of the vectors and we'll go direct to curb. There we go. That'll tell us now when we take off. There we go, that's better. So we are taking off left. Okay, let's go. So park and brake off. Now we're about to go. Battery's low on my controller, quick plug that in. There we go, as we come around. Check left. Check right, make sure runway's clear. There we go, we're good. Let's go. Get into that centre of that runway, nice and slow. Line up before we apply full power, because otherwise we end up going off it. There we go, perfect. Now as we come around here, okay, and we're going. Okay, settle in there, get the speed, get the thrust, and now full throttle. Got a caution there, we'll get rid of that. Controls down, no crosswind at the moment, so we're good. Just monitoring that speed. Okay.
V1.
Okay, and we're up. Just while we're climbing, we'll quickly look at this. Gears coming up, nose coming down.
Boeing 747 contact Pittsburgh departure on 124.75. Good day.
First notch of flaps.
Boeing 747, did you hear my last transmission?
Yep, I'm just trying to get airborne.
124.75. Boeing 747.
Next notch of flaps. As we continue our climb, we'll get back en route here. Okay, flaps fully up, gears up. What's that? Parking, that's selected already, that's good. Right, let's let the aircraft, actually we'll just carry on flying it for a minute, work out where we need to go. So we're turning right very shortly. And we'll turn right now, and we'll continue our climb. .30 degrees of bank. There we go. Continuing our climb, watching our speed, not to go below 250 knots, below 10,000 feet. Currently at 6,000 and coming up through. And one hour set. LNAV, VNAV, Command A. Aircraft's now got it. The right flyer, get on. There we go. Aircraft's now flying itself. Right, let's have a look at this. Checklist incomplete. Yeah, I didn't go through the checklist, never mind. Everything else looks alright. flaps are up. Okay, right, what we're going to do is we're going to now go to Finley. That'll turn us around now. There we go. Now we're coming. Now we'll contact the centre.
Cleveland Center, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747.
I'm not descending 6,000.
800 descending 6,000. Boeing Alpha Sierra 747. Cleveland Center, altimeter tree 007. Radar contact. Continue to curve.
Right on. Okay, here we go. The 747.
Boeing 747 contact Cleveland Center on 1 tree 4.475. Good day.
Yep, we'll do that.
1 tree 4.475 for Boeing 747.
Cool. So it's going to be a really short flight this time. We're literally just going over to New York. Boeing 747. I'm a fly. Boeing 7 should be like I'm a flying of minus head now. Pre-10 at 15 to 25 knots. There you go. 310 at 15 to 25. Well, let's have a look.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 is passing 13,300.
Yep. This is going to be fun. Thankfully, I don't know what. Obviously, we were on a mission earlier on, so the weather was a little bit
Alpha Sierra 747.
funny, but
Cleveland
let's have a look.
Center, altimeter tree 005. Radar contact. Continue to curve.
Okay. Is it manual landing? What are we doing here? Oh, it's manual coming in manual. Yeah, there we go. So we'll get rid of that and we'll go straight to cathode. Hopefully that'll do that on here. Vectors, so we'll just go straight there. There we go. That helps us. Right, we've got to keep an eye on this. Right, because it's clear, I'm happy to take over early now. Like, I shouldn't have done that earlier on. What I should have done, instead of me just trying to do it, because I weren't set up to take over from that 737 earlier on in the fog when I couldn't even see the runway.
Boeing 747.
What's that there?
Expedite your descent 6,000.
I'm not going down to 6,000 yet, mate. Can we cancel this? There we go. Get rid of him.
Cleveland Center, Boeing 747 would like to cancel IFR.
Boeing 747. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
We'll keep an eye on this anyway. Very short flight, this one. Halfway up to where we need to be. We're literally going to get to 31,000 here. Probably actually by here. And then we'll be on our descent. And again, we'll manage this properly this time. I'm happy with the visibility this time, so we can take it quite... I'll take control of it quite early, but lesson learned from earlier on. We're quite steep here. Where are we going? Why are we that steep? I don't know what the aircraft's doing here, so I'll take control of it now. What is going on with this sim today? Look, it's got a mind of its own. Let's try a different autopilot channel. What is going on with it? Let's switch modes and hopefully that will change things. Yeah, it shouldn't have done that then. Problem was I was having a drink at that point, didn't even see the bank angle. There was no warning there, but again, in autopilot mode it should never do that. That's the 737 done that earlier on as well. And that's why you've always got to be on your toes. Like, look, here we go, look. So it's nowhere near its track. So I need to get back on its track. But I don't understand what the plane's trying to do. It's in LNAV mode. It should be flying LNAV mode. Let's turn that off. Right, let's go to... Let's go back up here. Let's select it. I don't understand why it's not doing it, considering it's programmed in here where it needs to go. Yeah, they're not playing ball today. I genuinely think there's issues in the systems here at the moment. Oh, there's someone else put on the Facebook group here that they're deleting the game. If the game wasn't ready for PS5 in the first place, why release it early if nothing was ready? There's still no updates. Everyone's really frustrated. The PS5 community is not enjoying this at all. The majority of it, I think it's alright. I was sat the other day and I was thinking, do I go and upgrade from the deluxe to the aviator version where you get all those more, you get more planes? And I was like, personally at the moment I'm like, I don't want to put any more money into this until they do start fixing some of the issues, because there are definitely issues with this game at the moment that they're not addressing. I don't agree that they should have started the VR work. They were obviously planning for that way before they released the game. I don't think they should have started that before fixing and ironing out some of the issues here. I mean, Asobo, if you have a look on their actual social media, because I went to try and message them to say, look, you know, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. They don't even update their Facebook. They've just released one of the biggest games of the century, and they don't even update their own social media statuses. Well, I've just had a few comments there. Let's have a look. No, and that's the other thing, Aaron, is I didn't know that. So they've obviously got the what was the plane that I want to fly? The ATR. The ATR reminds me very much of the Twin Otter. And I was like, yes, I want to fly the ATR. I want to fly the ATR. And then I found out that you can't even get that in career mode, which again is frustrating. But it's just like you get the upgraded version. I've got the A400M. I've got the C-17. I know they're military aircraft, but you can't even fly them in career mode. You know, and it's, I don't know. I just think that before they started working on the whole VR, I think the VR thing will be class. I do hope that, example for me, where I try and fly helicopters more than anything, I do hope it works for people flying helicopters, because again, you know, you've watched me enough on here now to know that I'm quite critical of how they've managed the helicopters on here, where they've not paid as much attention as they could have. But then I also think that if I was very much into the planes, the jets, I'd be equally as critical. Let me just set this to standard. I can see why people are frustrated. I can see why people are frustrated with it. Right, we're going to be at cruise for about 5 minutes, I reckon, as we come in here. But I do hope that it's hard, because I can't. Are PS5 a market? Do you think they have enough people? It'd be interesting to know how many they've sold. I'll tell you what, I don't know if this is going to affect my gameplay. Actually, it probably will, so I won't risk it. But I was going to go onto the store and have a look at the ratings for this. it'd be interesting to know how many people have bought this on PS5 and how they're getting on. Because I haven't really spoke to anyone with PS5. Aaron, I don't know if you use PS5, or if you're a PC player. I don't think I've ever asked you, to be fair. But it'd be interesting to know your thoughts on a PS5. At the moment, we've got no flight plan. I don't know where that is. Let's have a look. So that's where we can step through it, as opposed to actually... That's our VOR track. Let's play on PC. Ah, okay. Can we follow the XB1FS flight? I just play on the PC, but I see a lot on PS5. Yeah, so I don't know what you think. And what, again, I've not watched any streamers on here on PS5. I don't know what the general opinion is, whether they share the same opinion as me. It would definitely be interesting to know. I'm just going to zoom out a minute, because this PFD isn't working like the 737 either. Oh, there we go. We're aligning onto it. It's because we're... Oh, I see. We're still more than 5 miles out. We'll keep it this. We will intercept that in a second. So yeah, it'll be interesting to know. That's actually pretty cool. So I've just gone on to... Hang on, let me read this first. I'm surprised console can run as well as it can for the money. And that is something that you've probably heard me say quite often. I fully agree that actually for the PlayStation, I've had issues today, but I genuinely think that the issues we're having today are based on the update they're about to release. And that's only because I've been on the communities, I've been on the Facebook and that, and I've seen that people have said that actually on the 2020 version, people have issues prior to an update. What I have just seen, which actually I think is quite cool, as I've logged into Facebook then, there's a guy that said basically he split up with his wife. She's bringing their daughter to see him. Basically, she moved away with the daughter. She's bringing him down to see him, and he's just put a photo up of, instead of using flight radar, he's tracked the, he obviously must be British, he's tracked the plane on flight radar, he's got the, there we go, LNAV's activated, he's got the flight number, he's found it on flight sim, he's got himself into an F-18, and he was tracking the plane online through the flight sim. So instead of using flight radar, he is sat at home behind the plane, his ex-girlfriend or his ex-wife and the daughter are away on to see him. That is crazy. And then you've got one guy that says, "Shoot him down." Sorry, that's my intrusive thoughts. That's actually pretty good. Right. That's actually quite funny. No, so obviously he's following them. So with this, so what we can do, let me show you, is if you have a look on here, on this map, these are all real-time flights. So at the moment, I'm flying up to this aircraft here. I don't know if you can click on it and see it. No. So that aircraft there that I'm heading towards, I'm probably going to see in a minute. Let's see if we can get outside and see it. No, can't see it at the moment. But that is a real wild flight. So that aircraft is in the air at this moment in time in real world, that one there. And it's used in basically live information. So if I was to, there we go. So RPA, oh my god, we're at the same height. Usually the thing, RPA, so if I go onto flight radar, guarantee I can find that aircraft. Let's have a look. Flight radar. RPA 5789. Let's have a look. RPA 5789. Republic Airways. So I've just found, hang on. Oh god. Sorry, there's an advert on flight radar. Just found it. Let me have a look where it is. Show on the map. There we go. So I found it. RPA 5789, currently in the air between Boston and Cincinnati, 32,000 feet, which is why it's just below me. I've literally just seen it on flight radar. Which is mental. Show on map. There we go. So there it is. So yeah, it's just left me. It's just past me. So that flight that has just gone past me, wherever it is, it'll be below me now. Can't see it, but I've just found on flight radar, which is cool. Anyway, let's make sure I'm still on track for where I want to go. We'll be starting to descend soon, I'm sure. But yeah, that's quite cool. Right, we're 5 miles away till we need to start our descent. So I'm going to put this down now. Let's take this all the way down, actually. And we'll start preparing for our descent. Take it down to 18,000, because that remind me to reset my altimeter. Okay. Let me just make sure that this has got our top of descent on it. No, it hasn't, so we'll program that ourselves. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this. We are 84 miles away from Wilkes, and by Wilkes we've got to be at, oh, it didn't get my L1 press, which is why it just went nose down. Wilkes, we need to be at 310, so we'll start to descend very shortly, and I'll do this manually because I don't know how the 747 is going to react. Gustin 27, brilliant. I am from the United Kingdom, so I'll tell you where I'm from. I'll be able to show you. So, obviously New York is over here. If you cross the pond and we come into the United Kingdom, I work here, in this area here, and I am from this area here. A bit lower down apparently, about here. So, mid Cornwall, so I'm in a place called Cornwall, beautiful place. So I'm from there. Surrounded by beaches, according to the wife. How old are you? And I promise I'm not a creep. Hey, stop being a creep. Okay, I am 38, so I'm pretty much nearly dead. I'm that old. 38 and still playing video games, but I love it. Right, let's set this to 310. Although the aircraft, I've just heard it's starting to slow down. It might be doing it for me. Yeah, there we go. It's coming down for me. So I trust. I don't know what this angle of attack is though. Again, dying at 38 would be a record. Yeah, still young yet. I'll stop it, you guys. You're flattering me. Right, have you just seen that then? So exactly the same as last time. On a turn, this aircraft just basically wants to bank you to your death. It's just done it again. I don't even know. Look, here we go. Is he gonna? What is going on with this? Now, bearing in mind I don't fly the 747. This happened to me in the 737 earlier on. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this. It's still turning. I suppose we're off our line there, but what was that about? Right, anyway, let's get this all the way down. So the bank limit is set to 25 degrees. That was at about, I would say, at least 50 degrees then. And it's not even warning me. It's not even giving me a bank limit warning. I'm going to set this all the way down. It's turning again. Let's see if it does it again. No, it's not doing it now. God, this is frustrating as well. Right, we'll take it down to 7,000. Actually, we'll take it down to 4. $4,000. Right. Let's go for flight level change. Let's get us down. Because we should be 2,000. At least it knows how to count to 2 quarters. Yeah, fair one. There we go. And VNAV again. Hopefully this, right, let's see how this gets on. This should take us now to 31,000. Let's see if it does it. If not, I think it's broken. So looking at that, we should be at 292 at 310. So we're at 292. Let's see if it takes us to 310. Let's have a look. There it is. Is it bringing our descent rate down? It's not at the moment. So it needs to slow us down. There we go. It is bringing it up slightly. There we go. So it is following it. PTFS. Pilot training. I can't remember what it's called now. Isn't it a thing on Roblox? I'm sure my daughter's played it. Right, so there you go. It's taken us below where we need to be, so we need to control this ourselves. So we'll hold it here. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure my daughter's had a go and said, "Daddy, look at this." Right, we're going to do this ourselves. Because the VNAV's not working very well. Or it's not working how I thought it would work, let's put it that way. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. I think it's a little bit early for me to take control of it. 31,000, there we go. Right, there you go, Pilot Training Flight Simulator. Okay, so Wilkes 292-310. 292. So we can go up a few notches now. There we go. Cool. keep an eye on this. Looking alright at the moment, to be fair. So we're coming up to Wilkes now. 15 miles away from where we are at the moment. Nice and peaceful. What we can do in a second though, a Mach 1 from nosediving. I'm not sure I want to do that. Right, so once we get in the descent for this next one, we'll start programming for our arrival. Now, Aaron was good as gold and gave me my information at the airport. Thank you very much. 3001, 13 degrees, and the wind's at 300, gusting up to 227. So we'll add half the gusts as we go to land. We'll get that in a second. As we approach Wilkes, to get down to Genoa, we need to be at flight level 290, so we'll set that now as well. Do it, do it, do it. Hang on a minute, you've asked me to fly this. I can't do it and kill everyone on board. Can you imagine that? You're on a 747 and someone nosedives. Okay, we'll go to flight level change on that. We'll get down there. There we go. Hopefully this will take us down. Engine slowing down, which it will do first before starting our descent. You see the engines there going slowing right down, and there's the descent. So that's one good thing that this plane does. Would that be my fault? There we go. And then our next step is flight level 258. Well, there's no gust at the moment here, although, so you're right there actually, Aaron. So at the moment the summary isn't giving it to me, but yeah, 300 degrees, 16 knots, gusting 27, 10 static miles, scattered clouds at 7,500. Dew point in temperature -6 apparently. A02, wind 32027, 1908. I need to learn how to read all this bit. So I know that's the wind. 320 degrees, 27. I can't remember what these bits mean. On the remarks, it's talking about the wind. I can read it all the way up to that point there. I can't remember what this all means. Oh, 1331? 1331 is at the time? 056? I don't know. So I can read all that. I'm happy reading all that, but I can't remember what the remarks are. Right, we'll deal with that in a minute when it comes to it. Oh, it's gone below. No, it's not. It's not gone below our thing. So as we get to Hearty, we need to be at flight level 258. So we'll tune that in now as well. There we go, 258. I wonder if the aircraft will do it itself. Let's have a go. So it's slowing down. Is it going to take me down itself? No. Unless I go flight level change. It goes down. And then VNAV, does it do it that way? So that's similar to... No, it's not, because it's taking me... It's not. So... Okay, so we're going to be too high now. Let's go down to 228. So again, that's different to the 737. Again, I don't know whether that's me, but usually what you do is you go flight level change, it gets into descent, then you go back to VNAV. And we need to be at 258 for the speed. We're currently too fast. There we go. So we're a little bit above where we need to be at the moment. So at Newton we need to be at 228. Christ, right. Air brakes on. Or speed brakes on, sorry. Let's bring that descent down more. We need to get down a lot quicker than this. Let's go back to that. Zero indicates. Yes, we're at minus 6. A300. That's altimeter. A02 is this little bit here. So past the remarks. A02 PK. I'm guessing that's wind. 32027. I need to just learn what that bit means. Indicates a dew point negative. Yes, that's obviously this bit here. Temperature and dew point. But I can't. It's this bit. It's this last bit here. I can't remember exactly what it means. 056. Where did we get that from? Value of temp per degree. Where's that? 05. Oh, there. Okay. Ah, I see what you mean now. Right, here we go. Let's bring. We're still a little bit high. Speed brake's coming back up. So we need to be at 12,000 now, so we'll bring this down. Flight level change. We'll get down again. Air brakes, speed brakes coming on again. Let's get us down. There we go, we're getting down now. Okay, and we'll go down to 3,000 now, I think. Whereabouts are we? Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. As that's coming down, let's have a look. Yeah, so you can see where we've got to go. We'll do it manually shortly. We'll get down to 3,000 feet. As we come in. Okay, because we're now coming below 18,000, let's get that. Let's get the information from New York. See what we've got. No, nothing there. Come back.
New York Center, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, 1 mile southeast of November Tree. Flight level 180. Request IFR to Kennedy. Ready to copy. Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 is cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Squawk 0241.
0241.
Boeing Alpha Sierra
Air brakes back up.
747 cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Squawk 0241. Boeing 747, read back correct. Radar contact 16,100. Altimeter tree 000.
I'm not climbing flight level 330.
Following heading 110. Proceed on course. Climb
So
and maintain
3001
flight
there,
level
didn't we?
0. Expect flight level tree 0.
1016. So we'll switch between the two.
Boeing 747, acknowledge last transmission.
Yep, okay. So 1022 at the
Continue
moment.
to Puckey following heading 110. Proceed on course. Climb and
Come
maintain
on.
flight level tree 0. Expect flight level tree 0. Boeing 747. American 2294. Descend and maintain 3000.
017 1016.
Boeing 747 contact New York Center on 121.125. Good day.
3001.
American 2294. Descend and maintain 3000.
It's coming down. 3001.
Descend and maintain 3000, American 22904.
As we come in, there we go.
Boeing 747.
Oh, yes, I did, but you're not giving me a chance to speak. Look at that bank angle. Again, it's done it again.
125. Boeing 747.
Like, what is going on? So Niner is again, it's just the terms they use. So I'm not enjoying this 747 at all. So let's set our nav again. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing this myself.
And maintain 3000.
So it should be turning right now. Hopefully.
Descend and maintain 3000, American 22904.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying this one. But we can have a go. Still taking a while to descend as well. Right, let's get the frequencies here for what we're going to be doing. So we are landing on 31 right. So let's go to the charts for arrival. Airport. 31 right, there we are. Has it got the frequency on it? So it's 314 degrees, so we know that. 314 degrees. Three, 1, 4. Let's get the frequency. It doesn't tell us on there, so what we'll do, we'll cheat a little bit. Runways, 31 right, there we go. 111.50. Mm-hmm. 11150. That won't work because that's a com. Yeah, didn't think so. So it's obviously done via the FMC. Well, it's done up here. No, that's com, so it must be done by. Hang on, why am I turning? Every time this thing turns, I'm worried. Right, I'll let it do its own thing for a minute. Nav radios. There we go. So it's going to do it itself. Cool. Right, let's have a look. So it's obviously going to go out and do a circle to land, I think. So let's have a look. Let's make sure that we're happy. No, it's doing some weird thing. So I'll tell you what, we'll take control now. And we're going to bring the speed down to 195. Air brakes on. Altitude at 3000. And we'll go for the heading of... We'll do it ourselves. There you go. I can't trust this plane. Heading select. There we go. Okay, bring those air brakes on. Okay, let's prepare for our landing. Yeah, so look at that turn that the FMC wanted to do. Like, there's no way a 747 is going to do that. So we'll bring it in nice and exaggerated. We'll select the approach mode now. There we go. So at the moment we're below the glide slope, so we'll keep coming down like we're doing. I'll start bringing the flaps in now as well. And let's set up our approach again. Okay, 30 degrees of flaps at 152. We said we're gusting, haven't we? So what's the wind here a minute? Gusting 2.7, wasn't it? I believe. So we had half of the gusts. Gusting 2.7. So we'll add 15 knots. So our approach speed is going to be 167 today. 167. So we'll bear that figure in mind as we start to slow down. Now I'll bring our speed brakes up. We can arm them now. There we go. Auto throttle's still on, so that'll maintain our speed for us. And we're still below. I want that diamond there before I come in. I want that diamond to come up and above that line. What we can do is we can start taking that little bit of a turn to the right. Very slightly. You can see where we've got to come in here. There we go. So the glide slope's coming up. So I'm happy now that we are going to be on a decent path. We'll still let it come down a little bit to 3,000 as planned. We'll go out a little bit further so we can see the runway. I'm happy that I can see now, so I can just approach myself. There's the speed coming in. It's not letting me contact approach.
New York approach. Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 is passing 3,000.
Okay, we're over that now. So happy with this. So again, what did we say? We're going to add 15 for the speed. So 167. Next notch of flaps coming in.
Altimeter 3000. Radar
300.
contact. Continue to Zulu.
300. Okay, here we go. So heading. Now we'll set that to. We'll come around 180. We'll set it at 220. As we come across, we'll manage it ourselves. Once we've got that runway, we'll do the approach ourselves. Okay, we'll bring our speed down again as we bring our flaps in.
747. Please expedite your climb flight level.
Gear's coming down.
330.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Yeah, it's on its way down, bro.
Landing gear. 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 Landing.
He thinks I've forgotten.
Landing gear.
There we go. Right, let's come around nicely. There we go, 45-degree angle to it. Okay, flaps currently at 30. We're landing with full flaps. At 167. We'll come down to landing speed now.
Boeing 747. Please expedite your climb flight level 330.
This guy's doing heading. Okay, happy we've got the localizer coming in, so we'll select localizer mode. Okay, there we go. So that's got the localizer. Once we've got the glide slope, we'll take over. Again, there's that extreme angle of banking. Do you know what? I'm taking over because it's done that again. So auto throttle's off. We'll just do it ourselves. Look at that trim. So we'll do it ourselves. We're still above the glide slope.
2,500.
Boeing 747. Please expedite your climb flight.
Why has it done that?
Tree 0.
Do you know what? This tower's done in as well. I'm just going to land.
New York approach.
We're not on career mode, are we? So
747 would like to cancel
why has it done that?
Boeing 747. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200.
That's better. So let's get back on that ILS approach.
Frequency change approved. Good day.
I don't know why it's done that.
1,000.
Okay, let's trim up. Because we are quite low here. Okay. Something tells me I'm very low. Why did it take me so low as well? I was literally still fully in autopilot mode. Okay, I'm watching this screen now. I'm climbing, but I'm letting it climb. Because we are quite low. Let's trim that. Let's get that trim back. There we go. Okay, heading 310 now. Still above the glide slope. Okay, let's program for that glide slope. It's not very clear on here. It's still quite low. To the left of it. God, why is it? I don't understand how it brought me so low. So looking good, it's still quite low though. There we go, got the runway there. A little bit to the left, let me make sure that is right. Yeah, there we go. Cool, we're on the glide slope. There we go, that's better. Glide slope's below us now. The only thing I don't realise sometimes with these things, I forget how big they are from the flight deck. So we have got that gust. Let me have a quick look. It's going straight down our throat, but it's to the right. So this is a good heading. And we'll crab in.
1,000.
Remember, we've got the added 15 knots for the wind. So it looks like we're coming in fast, but it's because we've got the gust as well. This is looking good. Coming in the runway, that's
500.
fine. It's looking better than our 737 flight earlier on.
400. 300.
Good, and there's the touchdown markers. Those lines there is what I'm moving for, not the piano keys. Move.
10,
Flare. There we go. We're in. God, what are they going to do? I don't know why the reverse thrusts aren't coming on. And it took a lot of time to brake then as well. Hell of a lot of time to brake. We did stop quite long to be fair, but better than not stopping at all. There we go. There's your 747 flight. So, what do I think of 747? First time I've flown that on here, I think that autopilot sucks. So, the autopilot on this, like, the fact that at the start of the flight it wouldn't get us onto the original flight plan, that sucked. The fact that 3 times we were busy inside the cockpit and then we looked up and the bank angle was in excess of what, 55 degrees maybe, twice. What else do we think? Like, you saw that as I was setting up to land, my eyes were outside of the window, so I was looking down at the FMC. I looked up and it's descending us way below where we should have, so that obviously made the approach quite shallow. I do not approve of the 747. I mean, what I can do maybe later on is have a look, watch through the stream again and just see if I messed up, but as far as I'm concerned, if you are flying automated, bear in mind that I was the only one, usually in a 747 you're going to have 3 people in there, surely the automation does something to help you. It hindered me then, I think. Other than that, the flying controls were pretty smooth and quite good. You expect it to be quite a heavy, clunky aircraft. The landing was fine. It is a heavy, clunky thing. But, yeah, it's not one that, personally, when it comes to career mode, that I'm going to waste the money on. Which is a shame, because I do like Boeings on here. I must admit... Oh, look, the reverse thrust come on. When I press circle too much. Again, they didn't come on when I was landing, which is why I landed all the way up here. Or stopped all the way up here. So, I've got my gripes with that aircraft. But, first time flying it was all good. Right, what did young Mr. Kurt say? Can we do the XB? I'll show you the XB one. I have got to go soon though, because it is at 10 to 10. Mrs. B has gone upstairs, so we'll probably go and watch TV in bed before sleep. XB1 you wanted to see, so XB1, where is that? XB1, that thing. Right, so what we'll do, we'll take it down to my local airfield. We'll go down to EGDR, Cold Rose, that's where I work. Let's go there. We'll set it to this evening. I'll take you on a cruise around my home county, shall we? In the XB1. Can you imagine that? So we're taking off from Cold Rose. So like I said, this is where I work. So I work at this place here. We'll hopefully it's already started and we can just fly. Yeah, there we are.
Ready for departing
We'll have a go.
Runway 11.
3 engines apparently. Has it got 3 engines? Okay. Does the nose come down? I've never flown this before. Let's have a look. Do you know what? What's the worst can happen? Let's go. It's quiet. What's going on here? Why hasn't it got... I thought it had afterburners. Is it? Is it? Okay, yeah, I just gathered that a lot of airspeed for it. I'm just trying to work out why it hasn't got afterburners. I thought it. Hang on, how'd you go? There we go. What's that? Why hasn't it got any effects? Like, I can't hear anything. And now I'm getting a lot of lag. I'm getting all your need to hit switches on the throttles to go full. Okay. I'm getting all your comments at the moment on my screen. You can't see them, but all of your feed comments are coming through now. I'm going to trim down. Hit the buttons. Right, let's have a look. These things. No, they're cut off. I don't want to cut off. But why aren't I getting anything? Mate, this is this a glitch? Hit switches on the throttle to go full. Is this a glitch here? I don't know. Because they are cut off levers. Activate afterburner. Hang on, let's go full throttle. Activate afterburner. Activate afterburner. There we go. We've got no sound. Where's the sound? Has this thing not got a sound file? Okay, I've just G'd myself out. Has it not got a sound file? I'm still getting all the comments from yeah, afterburners, this is rubbish. Sounds coming in the future update. Oh, so they released a plane without the sounds. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, I'll be honest with you, mate, because you fly by sound as well. Right, let's do something else fast. I'll give you a little I'll give you a tour of Cornwall. Let's find something else that's fast. Let's go in I suppose the only other thing is an F-18, isn't it? Doesn't help that I'm getting all your comments that you've been putting on the feed through my TV right now. We're gonna have a go. I'll give you a tour around Cornwall. Let's find it. Content, we're doing the Super Hornet. We're doing that. Right, we'll try again. Coldrose. The Navy base. Let's do it. Hopefully this has got sound. That threw me off then, not having sound. Like, you rely on sound a hell of a lot. Right, let's do it. Quick tour of Cornwall. So, there we go. It's going to load us up at night, isn't it? Knew it. There we go. Let's bring it to daytime. There we go. We'll go at sunset. There we go. And bring it down to sunset. It's quite nice. Okay, so show you around Cornwall. So this is where I'm from. Let's get the throttles up. There we go. I'm still getting all your comments from earlier on at the moment. Okay, let's get up. Gear up. Okay, so this is Helston in Cornwall. Slow it down. And I'll take you to Bradanick. So as we come over here, actually, you said earlier on about the spacecraft mission Artemis at the moment. So down here you have, let me get my bearings, you've got Goon Hilly. I'm going to show you Goon Hilly. So Goon Hilly is our power station and satellite station, which is actually helping with the Artemis 2 spacecraft at the moment. See where I can see it. Goon Hilly, where are we? There's Botanic over there, so it's over this side. Speed up. So windmills, so they're actually there in real life. Trying to find Goon Hilly for you. We'll see it in a second with the space stations. So this is a fantastic place I like to come out on my motorbike, by the way, down Goon Hilly Road. So you'll see those there. Botanic Airfield, you'll see, if I just load this up. You'll see that to our right in a minute. Down here towards the Lizard, we'll go over there in a minute. Just trying to find Goon Hilly for you. It's usually a lot easier to see in real life. Head towards Botanic, can you be able to see it? As we head towards Botanic, you'll see them. I've never actually tried to find them on here. Make sure they're actually on here. But they're huge, great satellite goals.
Did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, I heard you, I'm just ignoring you. Where are they? Where are they? Can't see it. Anyway, this is Botanic. This is a disused military airfield. Over here. And this is where we do a lot of our helicopter training at the moment. So Cold Rose is the main base, but this is where we do helicopter training. We've also got the firefighters from the air station that use it as well. Completely disused. You won't be able to see it here. If I go inverted, you might be able to see it. We've got training rigs. No, you can't see it there. So as we come up and come around, we've got training rigs as well. And then you've got Lizard Point around here. Right, let's take you to actually the scenic parts of Cornwall. And we'll take you down towards St Michael's Mount. So if you've seen Game of Thrones, and you see where, no, not Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, and you see the king go to, before he dies, he goes to a island to the Lord Coulis? I don't know if you can remember him, if anyone's seen it. He goes to his house, his castle, and they walk up across a path to a castle that's in the middle of the ocean. It was filmed here at St Michael's Mount. So we'll take you to that. So at the moment we're coming around. St Michael's Mount is in this little bowl of Cornwall here. So I'll take you to it. So as we come around, so yeah, so Game of Thrones was filmed here. As we come around, we'll come around here into that bowl. There's St Michael's Mount there. So this what you see here is a castle, and there's a place in France that's actually twinned off it. So we'll drop the throttle. We'll give it a dive. And then you've got a heliport as well to our right, which is the link towards the Isles of Scilly. So there's the castle, St Michael's Mount. It's pretty cool. At low tide, you can walk to this. So here we go, St Michael's Mount. As we come around, flown over this very many a time. There we go. Doesn't quite look like that, but it's close enough. As we come around, and I've just messed that up. I've just messed that up fully because it went into, you can have a look there, went into cursor mode. Look, how do I get it out of that? How do I get it out of cursor mode? There we go. So lost control because I put it into cursor mode. Brilliant. Okay, we'll go over here. So this is Penzance and Mausol. This is Penzance. Around here. As you come around, you come to Cape Cornwall and Land's End down here. So very desolate place here. Great place to ride a motorbike. Tell you what, we'll have to burn around this, shall we? Let's speed up around Cornwall. So, beautiful, beautiful place, Cornwall. What's this down there? What's that saying it is? Treen. It's just a village. As we come around Land's End and Cape Cornwall, and I'll show you near where I live, a place called Portreath. There's Cape Cornwall just here, and you've got Trinity Lighthouse, which you'll see in a second. Hopefully, you'll see the lighthouse. So we can get outside and see it. Down here, is it showing? No, it's not showing. You've got a lighthouse on these rocks. And we'll take you to Godrevy Lighthouse, hopefully that's showing. As we come around St Just. Let's get the afterburners on again. Fishing boat. Being cautious that I've not got a lot of fuel, got 35%. As we come around the coast of Cornwall, and then you've got the Isles of Scilly over there, which is a set of islands. And now we're coming across the Roseland, St Just, Pendine. A few little beaches, not many beaches on this side. And then we're going to come to my favourite place in Cornwall, which is St Ives. And then you've got the estuary and Hale. I'll do a little flip here, shall we? There we go. Showing off to the locals. I remember it was at about this point here. I remember sailing a boat from St Ives, and it started taking on water and started flooding, and we had to get rescued by the St Ives lifeboat. We'll go into St Ives. As we come around and take some speed off. There we go. Yep, that's fine. Happy to be G'd out. Just want to take some speed off. Okay, wake up. There we go. And this is Hale and St Ives around here. So you've got the Tate Museum, and you've got a little castle on the side here. St Ives Bay, the harbour, beautiful harbour, loads of nice bars. Come around here, Carvis Bay, and we'll quickly get up. And then you've got Hale Estuary here, and it's going to blank us out again. Brilliant. As we fly around Hale. And then you've got Godrevy Lighthouse, which hopefully is shown on the end of this point. Why does it keep blanking me out? There we go, look. Is it showing a lighthouse? No, let's do another turn. We'll go slower. And we'll see, less G, if there's a lighthouse there. Sure there is, that you can land on. It's definitely got a helipad on it in real life. Let's come around without throwing in too much G. As we come around, to Godrevy Lighthouse. And then we'll come through and you'll see the area near where I live. So you see St Ives again there that we've just come back to. Got a little fishing vessel down there, look. And then as we come around, there's 3 miles of beach. And then you've got the lighthouse on this side. Let's come up again. There's St Ives. There's the point. Now as we come around here, hopefully you can see the lighthouse. There we go. And what we'll do in a minute is we'll land at Newquay, and we'll go over the closest beach to me, it's only a couple of miles. Fly over my house. So this is Godrevy Lighthouse. Let's see if we've got it. Let's see if we can see it. Again, it might be going too fast for it to render, but there should be a lighthouse on here. It's not showing a lighthouse. No, it's not showing one, but it's usually right there, but that white line is. Okay, so we'll climb up and we'll go to Portreif. Disused airfield, hopefully that's showing. As we come up, and we get some power on. So another great road to motorbike on is this road here. You can see it. Comes up along here, winding road there as we go from Gwydion to Godrevi, and then it comes all the way along this coast road. We'll follow that. And then you've got Hell's Mouth, which is one of these ones here, there. As we come around, you'll see a disused airfield called RAF Portreif. As we come around, slow it down. So there's that coast road that I told you about. And then you've got Portreif here, so this village here, this is where I used to live. Right in there, look. The little old harbour. And here's the old airfield, right here where I used to live. You can see it there, look. Old airfield. RAF Portreif, old RAF station. As we come in there, I used to play football right here. And then we come towards Perranporth and Newquay. So with that tour of Cornwall is pretty much over. We'll head back to Coldrose. But not before we do a loop-de-loop. As we come over, I tell you what, I wonder if Wheel Coat's on here. So, again, there's St Agnes there and Porthtowan. Another great motorcycle track, as you can see here. And then you've got Wheel Coats around here. There it is. And we'll come up here. Okay, we'll go up and we'll land back at Coldrose. So we pull up. Hopefully not to cause ourselves. There we go. There's the G's affecting us as we come up and we round down, we come through. And we'll go and land at Coldrose. Again, this pilot's quite weak. There we go. Alright, we're going to go back down to Coldrose, down here, where we came from. So that's the tour of Cornwall. You can turn the G effect off in settings. Do you know, I've only just seen that you've started commenting. Yeah. So we'll come over here. Again, this is Porthtowan. And we'll come through, we'll land back at Coldrose. So I'll slow down now. We're only about 15-20 miles away. Oh, right, tell you what. That's doing heading. Settings. Where are we? Where is it, mate? How'd you turn that off? Because that is frustrating. Flight model. Assistance. Let's have a look. G effect. Ah. Have you got fighter jet pilot? Jet pilots enabled pilots will have slightly improved resistance. Right, let's just turn it off. There we go. There we go, because this guy was made of cheese. Right, what's going on here? Because we've lost all flight controls now. We've lost all flight controls. Why have we lost the ability to move our flight controls? So none of our flight controls are working. Shit, my controller's not working. So I'm bringing that down, bring that up. What have I done now? Settings, controls. What is going on here? Change might require a restart. Oh, do you know what? This game of the plane. That's I don't know. I don't know, mate. Have you been on any other PS5 streams? Like, are there other people having the same issues today as I am? There we go, it's working now. Do you know what? Let's do a little loop to land. I want it to have a land. There we go, let's go. So Coldrose Navy. And let's loop it. Not seen any lately. I'm having a lot of issues tonight. As we come across. So I've done this in the glider before. There's the Navy base. As we come in, and we'll loop it. Now we'll do another loop to land. Off the power. Up we go.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra, please
And
acknowledge.
return. And we'll come around. Probably dead now if this was real. And we're going to come in back on runway, on this runway here. We'll come back around and land. You see them do this quite often. Not that we have fighter jets flying here very often. You used to get the Hawks. I'll come over the runway and I'll do like a carrier approach. And I'll come around. Let's slow down here. As they came around on that base.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
Get a beam of the runway.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra, ATC services terminated. Good day.
A little bit low. Although flight indicator is saying I'm quite high. And I'm going to stall quite quickly. Do you know what? I've rushed that. I've rushed that too much. Too fast. So we'll try again. These ones are, I mean, I find the speed management on this hard. I find speed management in this the hardest thing to do. Because it drops speed so quickly. Like, look, there you go. Perfect example. Perfect example of that speed that I was on about. Like, I was just in a turn, it just drops out the air. And now it's set me flying. Like, it's set me up to fail straight away here, like. Is it going to set me up properly? Here we go. Hang on. That didn't help. I don't know why I keep switching that on. Yeah, I find that with this here, I know that speed management in a jet, in like a fighter jet, is really important, but I just find it like, I do find these things difficult. Right, I don't know where I am. Where am I? Let's come back outside and have a look. There's Coldros over there. And especially at the moment, because I suppose I haven't just got the HUD. Right, let's go and have a go. But your speed drops off in anything like this sort of turn. Look at that speed. So watch here, look. 246. Pull back on that stick. Look at that drop off. Straight away, I'm in the stall conditions. Let's see. So I do find these hard, but I don't fly these very often at all. Right, there we go. We're going to Coldros. There you go. Stall conditions. 144 knots. There we go. Can't even see Coldros, mate. Can't even see the runway here. There you go, stall again. 185 knots and it wants to stall. I know that obviously as we get lower, as we get slower, authority becomes a lot harder, but it's like, come on. There we go. Tell anyone that's joining the stream now is going to be like, who is this guy? What is this guy doing? Having not seen any of the others today. There we go. That bouncing too much. Bouncing. Why is it bouncing? That going around.
Pull up. Pull up.
Yep, that's what I said. Try again. It was bouncing then. Then you try to combat it and it bounces more. Okay. Sideways flight and off we go. Let's try again. I'm just mucking around. I probably shouldn't stream now, really. Consider I'm messing around. Anyone that joins the stream now is thinking like, well, who is this guy? What is he doing? Like, can't he do anything serious? And I'm here mucking around in an F-18. So this is the sort of thing that sometimes, bearing in mind that I haven't flown this very much unless I go in free flight, I'd never stream this sort of thing. Because people will come in and think, oh god, he's like a 4-year-old playing flight sim. So I'm sorry, if anyone's watching this later on, I know that I have had some people message me before saying, oh, what's your stream that you done last week and it was pretty good. And then turn around and say, what I don't want them to do is say, yeah, but you were flying F-18 and you're adjusting trim resort. No, I'm not adjusting anything to the trim. There we go. Flaps gear. But no, it just done it all itself. It was just bouncing. So here we go. We're quite stable now. I mean, I don't know the approach speed. Again, this is not an aircraft I fly, so I don't know. But I'll come in quite heavy. So that's looking pretty good. I mean, it's looking better. But I suppose the slower I go, the less off-right. I know these are F-18s and fighter jets are designed to be unstable. There we go, let's try it. There you go, there's a bounce. I'm pretty sure I've got them off. There you go, look.
Power.
Like, it's bouncing. I mean, I didn't crash because I've got crash detection on. But like, I mean, that is slow. What's the approach speed in this? I don't know what the approach speed is in one of these. Let's have another go. And what's the... I mean, it gets airborne at 150 knots. And it's stable here at 150 knots. I mean, that definitely has just adjusted the trim as well. Let's have a look. Assistance is, or settings this. Yeah, auto trim. Yeah, it's all off. Let's try it faster. I'll go faster. We'll try it. I mean, to be fair, I don't really care about it. I don't fly that. I'd never fly in these. We'll try it. We'll come in at 180. Let's try 180. 30 knots faster than takeoff speed. We'll try it. I can't believe it's got Hellspin as a point of interest as well, by the way. Right, let's try it. I mean, we lose a lot of speed and energy doing these sort of 45-degree turns as well. That probably don't help, so I'll control that. I'm going to come in at 180 knots. Gears coming down, flaps coming in. Watching that speed now. I'm doing a lot more to manage that speed. 200 knots. 209. Here we go as we come in. There's Cold Rose. Going to come into the right. I'll try and come in at around 180 to 200 knots. See if we can do it. There's the runway. Again, I'm not taking... I mean, it's automatically... Look, it's doing my flaps. Why is it doing the flaps itself? Am I too fast? Like, look at what it's doing to the flaps. It's trying to fly itself. Is that real? I don't know if that's a... There we go. It's bouncing again. There we go. This is a bit better. Flaps coming in now.
Power.
Gears down there. Yeah. No, it wants to roll. There we go. I'm not sure. I mean, it's pretty good to be fair. Never mind, it took me half the runway. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. Right. Anyway, that is tonight's stream. God, I've been on it for quite a while. Done. The wife is probably now sleeping. I've had two of you watching for ages tonight, and you've been really engaging, so thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Been a random one tonight, I think, to be fair. We've done a few. So we crashed and absolutely smashed the 737. We then done the what else have we done tonight? Helicopter flight, 747 flights. We've done this thing. But no, I appreciate it, and thank you very much, because I've been having fun flying the sim, and had company all the way through it, so thank you very much. I'm not sure I'm going to be on tomorrow, because I am changing my brother's brakes, calipers and discs on his van. My daughter's having a whole brand new bedroom delivered. Well, I've got to pick up in the morning, so and then install that, put that in her bedroom, and then I might just chill in the evening, sit down, glass of wine, watch a film with the wife. But if not on tomorrow, I'll probably come on Wednesday. So for now, take care, take it easy. Thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, speak to you soon.